Political influencer Charlie Kirk was at Utah Valley University participating in a student-sponsored event with Turning Point USA. Charlie was shot at that event. He was transported to a local hospital where he later passed.
I can't believe what I just heard. Charlie Kirk, one of the most recognizable conservative political influencers in America, was shot in broad daylight at a university event in front of students. This wasn't a late-night ambush or some hidden corner. It was at Utah Valley University at a Turning Point USA event, a place where people thought they were safe. The moment you hear, he was transported to a local hospital where he later passed, it hits like a ton of bricks. This isn't politics anymore. This is a human life taken in an act of violence. Think about the chilling reality. A speaker at a student event, surrounded by young people, shot down in an environment meant for debate and discussion. If this can happen there, it can happen anywhere. The world stopped for a moment right here. You can feel the silence, the shock. This isn't just news. It's tragedy unfolding before our eyes.
11:52 a.m., the subject arrived on campus, shortly away from campus. We have tracked his movements onto the campus, through the stairwells, up to the roof, across the roof to a shooting location. After the shooting, we were able to track his movements as he moved to the other side of the building, jumped off of the building, and fled off of the campus and into a neighborhood, trying to identify any leads.
This part is just chilling. Investigators describe the shooter climbing onto a rooftop, setting up his position, and taking aim at a crowd of unsuspecting students and faculty. Imagine being there. You're in the middle of a Q&A session, and suddenly shots rain down from above. People are screaming, running, some barricading themselves in classrooms. The shooter doesn't just fire, he escapes. He runs, jumps off the building, vanishes into a neighborhood. It feels like a scene from a movie, except this is real life. And the panic? That chaos doesn't leave people's minds easily. Students came to hear a political debate, and instead they were caught in an ambush. Investigators are literally knocking on doors, pulling doorbell footage, searching every corner just to track this person down. It's a manhunt in full force. You can hear the urgency in their words. This wasn't just an attack. It was a planned assault, a calculated strike. The fear in that moment must have been overwhelming.
This morning I can tell you that we have recovered what we believe is the weapon that was used in yesterday's shooting. It is a high-powered bolt-action rifle. That rifle was recovered in a wooded area where the shooter had fled. The FBI laboratory will be analyzing this weapon.
And now, here's where it gets even more intense. The FBI steps up and says they've recovered what they believe is the weapon, a high-powered bolt-action rifle. That detail changes everything. This wasn't a random handgun pulled from a pocket. This was a precision weapon brought onto campus, set up, and used to take a life from a distance. And it wasn't left behind by accident. The shooter abandoned it in a wooded area, clearly trying to cover their tracks. But investigators found more: a footwear impression, a palm print, even forearm imprints. That's forensic gold. Every one of those clues can tie directly back to the killer. It shows you two things. First, this attack was methodical, someone prepared for it. Second, no matter how carefully they planned, they still left behind evidence. The FBI is analyzing every shred of it. The big question now is motive. Why target Charlie Kirk? Why at a university? Until that's answered, this investigation is about more than just catching a shooter. It's about uncovering intent,